people of Hong Kong celebrate the police. Because that's what they're told to do. Welcome to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. Remember Hong Kong, the city that used to be at least somewhat free until the Chinese Communist Party pushed through a national security law? Critics say the law effectively curtails protest and freedom of speech. China has said it will return stability. I say, why not both? If people keep their heads down and their mouths shut, everything will be stable. It's about time the younger generation learned how to behave like this. China passed the Hong Kong National Security Law on June 30th, 2020. It was the Chinese Communist Party's solution to more than a year of protests. The law gives tremendous leeway for authorities to crack down on dissent in Hong Kong. They can arbitrarily arrest anyone using the national security law. A lot of people have been concerned because the law is a vague catch-all, creating broadly worded crimes that could land people in jail for playing a song or uttering a slogan. Yeah, it's too vague. And that's why Hong Kong authorities are putting extra care into making sure the law can be properly explained to the city's impressionable youth.
Let's learn about national security.
That's clever. If you make it into a cartoon, it's much easier to get kids to pay attention.
The National Security Law, a national law, has been listed in Annex 3 to the Basic Law, according to Article 18 of the Basic Law, and applied by way of promulgation in the Hong Kong SAR.
Wow, never mind about getting kids to pay attention. It's like Hong Kong authorities watched the Garfield show and asked themselves, yes, but can we make a cartoon even worse? So yeah, the national security cartoon got canceled after the pilot episode. But there are still plenty of ways for Hong Kong authorities to educate the next generation. In fact, since February this year, the school curriculum across Hong Kong adjusted to ingrain the 4 criminalized acts: secession, subversion, terrorism, and collusion with foreign forces. And on April 15th, Hong Kong celebrated its very first annual National Security Education Day. National Security Education Day was introduced to mainland China back in 2015. And now that Hong Kong has its own national security law, they can celebrate too. At Hong Kong's police college, groups of elementary school-aged children could enjoy a kind of riot police theme park experience, complete with all your favorite rides, like Hostile Foreign Forces of the Caribbean, Pepper Spray Mountain, and It's a Small World That's Belonged to China Since Ancient Times, after all. Okay, they didn't actually have rides, but you could take a photo with your favorite mascot, the hero who solved the Hong Kong protests. And what kind of theme park would be complete without a parade, including your friendly neighborhood goose-stepping police? Hearts and minds, people. Hearts and minds. Is where they stab you with their bayonets. And authorities also put on this cute anti-terrorism drill, where police open fire without warning and shoot everybody. And for a more hands-on experience, they also let the kids play with hand grenades and rocket launchers. It's the kind of healthy nationalist education all parents want for their children. Play with guns, shoot your friends. Don't play with subversive figurines, kids. Play with the official police ones. Ah, memories. Sweet, stinging memories. The future of Hong Kong is in good hands. And now it's time for me to answer a question from a member of the China Uncensored 50 Cent Army, fans who support the show through the crowdfunding website Patreon. Greg Fawcett asks, why can't the West bring down the Great Firewall? And what could the CCP do in response? Is the West too concerned about the big internet cables linking the world would be tampered with by China, which would be a catastrophe? Good question, Greg. The West could bring down the Great Firewall in just a few months, if America's big tech companies got behind it. The problem isn't the internet cables, it's that companies like Google, Facebook, Oracle, and Apple are all trying to get a share of the China market. Ultimately, they're all going to be screwed by the CCP, but they just don't know it yet. Instead, these companies could build tools that help people in China and other dictatorships to subvert government firewalls. It would be impossible to stop. People around the world would love these tech companies for promoting freedom, instead of hating them for censoring speech in free countries. And they'd make a lot more money that way too. If only they'd listen to my advice, instead of, selling their products to the Chinese police. Thanks for your question, Greg. Be like Greg and support our show on patreon.com/China Uncensored. Pledge $1 or more per episode. You'll also get some cool perks, like me answering your questions on the show. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thanks for watching China Uncensored.